Hi, I'm Natasha Lockhart. Welcome to Studio Chatter. We've got messages of hope and service and our usual fun conversation.
I'm Stacy Beck. We'll talk with a new pastor in town that's sharing the good word.
And I'm Angie Murphy. We'll also talk about a local group that helps fight addiction through sports.
And we'll talk about how our teens can get involved in the community. All that and more coming up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. It's summertime and the living is easy. What have you been up to?
A little easier.
Really?
Right? Truly. You're probably not feeling it, but
Nope,
not yet.
These first couple of weeks of summer, and I'm sure a lot of it's with work too. I'm
Right.
like, I think I'm taking a breather.
May
feels
was so
good.
crazy, and then I was like, is it ever going to slow down? And all of a sudden this week, I'm like, yeah. On my days off, it's like it's not totally
Yes,
packed
that's
with
how
stuff,
I'm feeling.
right?
Yeah.
I had some time.
How are you doing?
Nope, the kids are home, which means that the door is crazy. So little people knocking all the time. Can so-and-so play? And, you know, or into the pantry and going up and down the street. But it's great.
It's great. And then you and your husband both work from home.
Yeah, we're
as you're
doing
dealing with
too.
all of
Right.
this.
So, well, I mean, it's good, bad, and different. So, I mean, we're not rushing to get to school or anything, and so there is that little bit of downtime. So
In the morning it's slower.
Right. So we're not completely back to a routine, but we were still kind of feeling the end of May.
Yeah.
So we still kind of had a few things going on. So we had, I think the last time I was here, we were going into the gala. So we had the end year showcase for dance.
Devotion dance, right?
So that was super fun. So we made it through a showcase, so that was super fun. Then we had some skating events, and then we had soccer tryouts, so that was all kind of happening. So now it's kind of our break, and then we'll kind of go back into all of that again.
Well, we took the trailer out camping already last weekend, and we're going out this weekend.
Yay.
I'm like, hon, let's just get out and get in the wilderness because it's going to fly by. And then I can be like, and then the weekend after that is this, and that next weekend's that, like counting down. I'm like, and so that gets us to Fiesta days.
Right.
Like
and then
every
August
weekend.
1st is like that.
Yeah.
It's so scary. Well, viewers may see my eye. I have been out weeding in my yard. Guys, okay, so it's been super rainy, right? And my yard has just grown like massive. So we like clipped it all back. We did another session. I was just out there weeding away, picking up some stuff, went down to get something poke in the eye. So I made a little trip to the eye doctor.
And what did he say?
It's fine. I just poked like a blood vessel and it popped. But he's like, it's in between the two layers, so it's going to be fine. And my contact lens actually protected my eye.
Oh, wow.
It like hit it and then slit it.
Oh, thankfully.
And so it was all ripped and shredded. But yeah, so I look crazy.
So it'll heal on its own. Finally,
It'll
just
heal.
kind of
Yeah, he gave me
dissolve.
like antibiotic drops and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't
Do you
think the
see
viewers
creepy
can
enough?
even see.
I
mean, the other option was to wear a patch. That's what Pete suggested.
A little pirate eye.
But
I could do that.
well, good luck healing.
Yeah.
The body
it's
is
fine.
amazing, right?
It really is.
How things go.
Angie, tell our viewers where you got the dress. I'm just putting all these plugs in. Devotion Dance was here once. Let's talk about where you got your dress.
Pre-loved, guys.
They
I'm
were
kind
here
of
like
obsessed
over a
with it.
year ago.
Yeah, it has been over a year, hasn't it? So we have done a few booths there, but I'm just kind of obsessed. Like this year, I told my girls, I want to try and like shop local, but shop thrifted or on sale with things. I don't know.
That's new for Angie.
Right, it is. And I just got kind of obsessed with it because me and Mal got into this like simplify your life and your world. And so I'm like, I'm going to try it. Like, I'll just try it. And so it's been kind of fun.
I haven't heard
and
about
this is like
this
new
adventure.
with tags, but
And how much was it?
And so this was $30.
And did it have like the original price tag
It did not
on it?
have. I don't think it had the original price tag on it.
Okay.
On this one.
Well,
I mean, maybe it did. I mean, it had tags on it, but I couldn't see a price.
So have you tried Indie Clover yet?
No, but an old coworker started one up in Murray. And they are super fun.
Okay, so we finally did stop by there.
Yes.
Yes, so we
And that's
finally
in
did.
Springville.
Yes, so we did stop by there the other day. Super, super fun.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the color palette and just the setup is really awesome there.
So I think we're going to try a booth there as well. So we're trying to do the same thing with our life. We're trying to simplify and kind of move things out too. So we have a second residence in Draper, and we're trying to move our items out this summer too. So that's kind of
like move items to that home or out of there?
out of there to make it a rental. So So our goal is August 1st. So
like Airbnb it?
we can't Airbnb because it's in an
Residential.
HOA. So yes.
But someone can rent it.
Yes.
That will be nice.
Yes. So I have like 4 sectionals. If anybody
I may want one.
Yes, if anybody needs to purchase
wow.
a sectional.
The basement could use one, maybe.
Yes, yeah, and a couple bedroom sets, and all things must go. So we're doing that this summer.
There's always big things.
So you should just rent a booth, like every single week,
Yeah.
and just pile stuff in there.
Mostly clothing, right? But yes,
Yeah.
lots of
That's work,
furniture,
Ange.
too. It is a lot
it's
of
a lot of
work.
work, but then I just like filter it out and do the discount, and then I take it usually over to Tabitha's Way when I'm done.
So speaking of Tabitha's Way, I
Yes.
don't think this is a secret, but did you know that they are moving into the pre-loved building?
I wondered if that was
Oh.
happening.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is keeping the current building they're in.
Okay.
And they will sublease that.
Okay.
Because I believe they own that and they want to use that for residual income for Tabitha's Way.
I did not know that.
And then they'll move into pre-loved.
And then where
then
will
we'll pre-loved go.
That
But
I
that's
do
their
not know.
building and they own it, so they can do with what they want, right? Is that what you're saying?
Their
Tabitha's
current,
Way?
Their current.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where pre-loved will go. I'm sure they'll find a fantastic spot.
Hopefully here in Spanish.
Yeah.
Stacy.
Because then you might have to not shop local.
Well, I'll have to go to my sister's closet again.
Oh.
Or maybe an Indie Clover here.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, and our producer Pete had a beautiful vacation in New York City.
He doesn't want
We
to
need
talk
to- I
about
know.
it.
Well, we'll
here,
talk
but
about it.
yes.
We love New York, and Pete loved New York, and he flew
York is
all
so
over in a
fun.
helicopter because his son is a pilot, right, Pete? He took
It looked amazing.
fabulous pictures and was well taken care of by family. So
I think New York is fabulous, guys.
It's a good
I want to go
escape.
back. It
Well,
is. It's just
and-
different.
of all people, I think Pete works 80 hours a week. He deserved a getaway. So
Yeah.
good job, Pete.
Fabulous vacation.
Sleeping in the helicopter.
Any other vacations planned?
We're going up to Zermatt this weekend, up to Midway, just for a little weekend getaway with the kids. And we'll go to Lake Powell the next week.
Fun,
and
fun.
then we'll do our Alaskan cruise in
October.
July. Yeah. Over the Fiesta
I don't know
days.
why I
hate to
said
even say
October.
it.
I know because
I
I
know.
come down
You're
on
not
you.
allowed to say that,
I hate to even
right?
say that date, which I'm sad. I'm really sad to miss out, but
We're heading up to, we're going camping this weekend, then next week I'll leave for Seattle for a
Fun,
week.
fun. And maybe you'll get some sunshine up there. I've heard that everything's kind of flip-flopping.
Flip-flop. And what about you?
Nothing until fall. So
Oh, okay.
we're going to
Good.
stay local for the summer.
you're going to
Well,
clean
you'll be
out
in
that Draper
Draper
house.
Yes, yes, we are.
We'll be at your vacation rental.
Exactly. Well, coming up next on Studio Chatter, have you heard of the Youth City Council? Stay with us for all the details. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. You may have seen them, a large group of teens at city events, and they're helping. That would be the Youth City Council. Let's welcome Mayor Adelis Flores and advisor to the group, Heidi Roberry, to the table.
Drum roll.
Welcome, Mayor.
Thanks.
How does that feel?
Feels great. I'm really excited.
Because you're just barely stepping into this role, right? Like
When were you
June
elected?
is.
May, so last month,
Okay,
basically.
all right.
Yeah, but I have a year ahead. I was mayor pro tem to prepare.
So yeah, they're voted mayor pro tem.
Oh, nice.
We have a connection there.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so you learned your skills, fine-tuned them, and now it's your turn
Yep.
to shine. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what the Youth Council is, what you guys do.
We learn about our local government here at Spanish Fork City, and we also do a lot of service.
A lot
in
of
our
service.
fellow community. Yep.
So at all of our events, these guys are right there with you guys. That's awesome. So do you go to Spanish Fork High or?
Yes, I
yes,
do.
you do.
Yep.
Are you a senior?
Yeah, I'm gonna be senior.
Okay. Have you always been interested in politics?
Honestly, yeah, kind of like as a sophomore, more like trying to figure out what I want to major in. I've been looking more into like political science and things like that, because I just really like helping people. So
And is that the year, your sophomore year, that you joined Youth City Council?
yeah.
So you've done it, this will be your third year.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yep.
I don't think that I ever knew about city council when I was like younger, or like to participate at a level like that to make a difference. What caused you to want to look out and to do something like that?
So I was like really interested in like helping in my community, but I actually had a friend recommend me to join Youth City Council. So, it was
so
really
she
cool.
had done it before and
Yeah.
knew that it was a good thing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the program and how you help facilitate or
How
what
I
that
help
looks like.
facilitate. So I got involved just by wanting to help.
And
So,
tell us how long
This is
ago,
a mutual
Heidi.
feeling.
I have been helping for 6 years now.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's been there a
wow.
long time.
So, and I told him to begin with, I'm going to be around for about 11 years because that's about when my kids will all make it through.
So how many kids do you have in there right now?
I only have one right now,
okay.
but next year we'll have 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
6 years though. That's
6
a
years
long
so
time.
far.
So
So
what
we'll
have you
see how
learned?
long.
What is it all about? What keeps you there?
So I just love the youth. They're very energetic, very full of life, very wise. Some of the stuff that they come up with, I'm like, wow, I never would have thought about that when I was your age.
I know.
Yeah, just it's fascinating learning a different aspect to government because you get to see how it's ran a different way with the youth running it. So
I agree with you. I was the council rep for, I think, 2 years for you City
I think
Council.
so, yeah.
And when they meet and discuss issues, the things they would come up with would floor me.
Yeah.
Like, you kids are smart.
They're
Like,
in-
it's
yeah.
exciting to hear your ideas and your desires and your dreams for a future. It's so neat.
Thank you.
Are there more on the youth council than there are on actual council? I don't know the ratios.
Right, you guys?
Right now we have a mayor and 6 officers.
Okay,
Oh.
but how many youth city
How
council?
many youth city council? We have 52 so far.
Oh
this
gosh,
year.
there's a lot more. Okay.
So, Heidi, is it open? Let's talk about if our viewers are thinking, ooh, I want my kid to do this.
Right.
Kind of tell us the rules and the time frames.
So we will continue to accept applications, but our date was the end of last month.
Okay.
Just so we can get shirts ordered and different things.
But
like
you're
that.
always accepting.
But we will always accept. The website is SpanishFork.org/YCC, and the applications are all there.
What age
with
groups
information.
are able to do this?
It is 9th grade through senior.
Okay.
So freshman through senior.
Okay, I want to ask you, what has been one of your most favorite experiences?
I guess I really like the mock bills at our meetings. They're so much fun because
Really? Out of all the things you've done, you've chosen mock bills.
But also Fiesta Days. I love.
All right,
Fiesta Days.
you're in good graces.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the mock
Yeah.
bills. What does
Oh,
that
I was
look
going to say,
like?
tell us
Yeah.
more about Fiesta Days. Mock bills and
I can do both. Yeah. Starting with the mock bills, they can be really goofy sometimes, so that's why I like them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're more serious, and it's crazy to just see where people stand and just what they bring to the table. So many, like Heidi said, everyone brings so many different perspectives to the mock bills and such, and we just have fun with them. So.
Do each of you have to come up with a bill, or is it in groups, or how do you guys do that?
So the mayor pro tem comes up with the mock bill kind
Okay.
of. So, but when I was in charge of the mock bills, I tried to ask, hey, do you guys want to do this or this? And
Yeah.
people would just kind of say oh, I'd rather do that.
Okay.
So what's an example of one? I mean, I know it's fairly new for you, but
Yeah.
is there an example?
Yeah.
Of
So one that got heated lately was, should we allow tackling in football?
Ooh,
Yeah.
and that got
very controversial.
Yeah, it got very controversial, but it's only for high school, middle school through, well, it was elementary, middle school, and then we allow it in high school. But yeah, some people are we shouldn't do it because concussions,
Yeah.
etc. And then some people are we should because then you could get better at the sport. That's how you progress and stuff.
So where did it land in the end? Did it pass?
Yeah, it did pass. Oh, no, it didn't pass.
So they went with no tackling.
No, they went with tackle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
My bad.
Well, tackling for now, but yeah, way to try and protect their little
tackling.
heads.
Yes.
And Fiesta Days. This will be your third go around Fiesta Days. Tell us all the places we can look and see the Youth City Council.
Gosh, we do the baby contest. We help set it up, take it down. We do we walk in the parade. We help with the flag retirement ceremony.
Children's Day in the Park.
The Children's Day in the Park. That's a huge one. I think when we help set up like the vendors.
I was going to say that's an important one. Like that's really helpful when craft vendors are trying to set up and they have this truckload of boxes. We have our youth out there just like, let me help you get all this to your tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lots of acts of service. that go on.
Sounds like it's just
okay.
Tell us about
service-based.
that a little bit more, Heidi. How do you come up with these different service opportunities?
So usually they'll come through the city or the senior center, and the kids absolutely love going to the senior center.
Yeah.
It's actually most of their favorite is the senior center. Some of them will just look on Just Serve and find stuff that is needed. We'll ask around, okay, what's something that could be needed this month? And we try to at least have one a month, sometimes more. So
I was just going to ask that. So one a month. So what are you guys doing in June? It sounds like Fiesta Days is July.
Yeah.
Course, right?
so far in June we don't have anything.
You're just kind of meeting and greeting, and then
Yeah.
once school starts, do you guys try and do something like in that August, September
Yeah.
time?
Yes.
What do you usually focus on there?
Well, we help with the Wings and Wheels, like that usually comes up around that time. Yeah. We also, gosh, that's like our biggest thing.
Well, we've helped with the library reading activity at the end of the year, their summer reading program.
That'd be fun. And now a new library.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome over there. Lots
gonna
of
be cool.
space.
Well, thank you for giving your time. Like you guys in high
Right.
school are so extremely busy. So
Yeah.
to choose to add this on, I want to give
Instead
a
of
plug.
just hanging out with friends, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
I'd want to give a plug because I think I was looking over applications for the Rotary and Golf Scholarship, and a lot of people in our community, their applications can look very similar. And I think Youth City Council helps your application in a job or applying for college. It helps you stand out. Like you can describe, this is how involved I am, this is the things we were able to do, because every city doesn't have a youth city council of 50 to 60 kids. There's some cities that don't even have one. These guys go up to the Capitol every January and go to the legislative session and spend a day up there. And so it's so helpful. I think it's so wise that all of you have chosen this, and I think it's going to be of great
It's like
value.
character building and resume building.
Exactly.
Like
Yes,
both of
for
them.
the-
Yep, so good
Thank
job.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Mayor.
Love that.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Heidi.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we'll talk with a new pastor in town. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Everybody can use a weekly dose of the good word, and we have a new pastor in town to do just that. Let's welcome Joshua Harding to the table.
Hi, Joshua.
Hi,
Welcome.
ladies. Thanks for having me.
And welcome to town, right?
Yes.
You just
yes.
moved here?
Pretty much, yeah. Brand
Okay.
new. We moved in September.
Oh, September. Okay,
Yeah,
so you've been
so-
here a hot minute.
Yep.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Through the cold winter,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Where did you come from? Tell us
Well,
a little bit about you.
We moved from Williamsburg, Virginia, so we were basically like the beach. so yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I had not been used to the cold winters. It had been a little
And
while.
this was a
so-
horrible
you
cold winter, long
yeah,
winter.
Yeah, that's what everybody
And
says.
now the
so-
rain.
yeah, which
yeah.
I don't remember it raining this much in Utah.
No, we
when
don't
I
either.
was
it
here
has
before.
not
Yeah,
for a
so-
lot of years.
Did you scope it out before you made the?
A little bit. Like we lived here before, so my wife and my wife's from Utah, Cedar
Okay.
City, and we lived here almost 20 years ago. We moved to Provo.
Okay.
And lived there for about 8 years. So we thought we knew what it was like, but I don't remember the winter.
It'll go back.
Yeah, it'll go back. Yeah, hopefully.
And Virginia?
Yeah,
Okay.
we were in Williamsburg, Virginia, so kind of southern
Ooh.
Virginia. It was really pretty.
Not that I've been there, but
Yes, yes.
Sounds awesome.
It was nice to be able to just ride a few minutes over to the beach.
Okay.
Oh, I bet.
You
So
don't do
did
it
the
in Utah.
church bring you here? What brought you to Utah?
Yeah, basically, we loved Utah. We're here. My wife's family is all here, and over the years that we were I was in different churches back east, and we just decided we'd always been hoping that we could come back to Utah, and so finally, the timing was right. We were able to sell a house that would help us be able to afford to move back here. Utah's
right.
quite a bit more expensive than other parts of the country,
Right.
so we were able to finally get back. Moved in September, and thought it would be a little while before we actually got to start on the church, but we actually just started this past Sunday. Was our very first service.
And how did it go?
It was amazing. It was really fun. We've never done that before. I've never started something new. I've always been just kind of employed by churches that already existed, and so this was kind of a new thing for me. It was fun. We had a really good turnout. Had people from the community join us. It was really cool.
Excellent. And where is it? Where are you guys?
We are meeting at, and this will be a kind of a plug. We're meeting at Steps Performing Arts Center.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And so it's a great spot. They've been wonderful to us. So
And
we're
for those
just renting that.
viewers that don't know, it's the top of Center Street across from Fast Gas.
By
right?
Fizz.
Yes.
By Fizz.
Yep, by Fizz, Domino's, all of that. It's a
Donut Run,
great
yep,
spot.
okay,
So yeah, Donut Run.
And what time are services on Sundays?
Services are 9:30. We had donuts from Donut Run, so 9:30
church, yes,
donuts.
give me donuts.
9:30 donuts and treats, and then 10 o'clock service.
Okay, and how long is the service?
About an hour. Yeah, just hour and 5 minutes this
Okay.
past Sunday. It won't be a whole lot longer than that. We don't want to make it too long. Probably hour to hour and a half most weeks.
Okay, and are you the one doing the entire sermon?
Yeah, so I'm the preaching pastor,
Okay.
and so essentially most weeks, we'll have different people, but most weeks I would be the one bringing the message, and so I try to keep it short. I'm not always good at that. My wife even tonight said, "Oh, 8 minutes, you don't do anything in 8 minutes," so I don't know. We'll
She's
see.
going to be impressed.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your church's name and kind of what
Yeah,
you
so we
teach.
chose Aspen Grove Bible Church. We wanted to kind of give a nod to the community without being overly obvious. So we love the aspen trees up on the mountain. That was one of the
Ditto.
things. The last time we came through was fall, and we loved that. So we thought that kind of connects us to the community. And then the Grove idea is kind of a little bit symbolic of what we hope to be, just a community of people. And so, and then Bible Church, that's kind of one of the distinctives of us, is we just really focus on just the Bible and what the Bible has to say. That's kind of where we get all of our teaching. So I regularly tell people, don't listen to my opinions, they're not any good. We're just going to talk about what the Bible actually says. So.
Okay,
Love that.
I like that.
Yeah,
And I was
so
on your
simple.
website and it talked about your evangelical. Will you explain that to our viewers?
Yeah, that's
Of course, we already know, of course,
Yes,
but
yeah,
our
yeah.
viewers may wonder.
So evangelical is just an attempt at kind of a broad term that would describe any kind of Christian religious group such as us that would hold to kind of some of the key teachings of the Bible. We don't agree on everything, so it's really an umbrella term. Some would use a term like Protestant, would be a similar. It's just an attempt at trying to say a little bit more specific than Christian, but really broad still. So that's, I don't even know how useful a word it is, but it's
Okay.
just an umbrella word.
Kind of
I would
more
love-
defining
I would
word.
love for you to be like specific on like one or two of the beliefs, like
Of your belief,
of your
of your
belief
church.
compared to maybe a different denomination.
Yeah,
Like
so
Christian or
so
Catholic.
some of the things that Christian denominations would disagree on, like most people within that term of evangelical would agree, as I said, like the Bible is our authority for what we teach. But then there's distinctions within that. Some of them are really superficial distinctions, maybe the day of the week that they would meet on.
Oh, okay.
Some of them would be more having to do with doctrine or theology, like who will they baptize, or things like that. So,
Okay,
Particulars.
so it
yeah,
could
so
kinda
it's
be-
just kind of the specifics. So it can be really broad, and we're like, oh yeah, we're all Christian, but then we kind of have different things that are
Yeah.
kind of distinct.
yeah.
So that's
So share just a little message or something
Yeah.
that you would want folks to know that would connect them to your.
Yeah, thanks. The thing that we really want people to know is because we know we're coming to a community that not everybody knows exactly what we are, what we're about, or why we would even come. And so we really want to come into the community and be a part of the community. And so part of what we spend our time doing is finding out, how can we serve? We met because I wanted to just come and find out, like, what is important to our community? How can we be a part of our community? We want to serve people. We want to belong and be a part of the community, and really just Our message is one of the Bible, showing God's love to people. We believe God loves us immensely, and so the right response to that is to show that love to other people. If we take that love and we're then somehow unloving or unkind, then I think we're kind of misusing it. So we just want to show God's love to people. We want to talk about the authority of the Bible rather than like the authority of man. I don't want to put myself and say like I know the answers to stuff. I just want to point people to the Bible and say Jesus has the answer, the Bible is the answer, and just kind of help people walk that journey together. That would be kind of what we're about.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question, and it might be obvious, but in your view, how does living a gospel-centered life change a family, a neighborhood, a community?
Yeah, I think that's an incredible question. I think that's exactly the method that we would try to use to change any of us, right, from the inside out. I believe that I don't have the willpower or the strength within myself to just say, oh, I'm going to change something. Even small things, I don't do a very good job, right, of sticking to a diet. So the gospel is really transforming, and so it changes me in my very essence from the inside out. And so I believe that if a community is going to change, a family, when we introduce the gospel, it brings a power outside of ourselves. So it brings God's power into play, and God is big enough, God is strong enough, right, to change a family. And so whatever we're struggling with, sometimes it's something personal, sometimes it's a community, it's a family. We believe that it's only through Jesus that we have the ability to deal with those things and to respond to them in a way that's healthy and not detrimental to us.
I love that.
I do too. That's really powerful. Really powerful.
I think it will be impactful to the community, and I think that maybe, I think maybe coming from a different part of the country, I don't know what your religious upbringing was. What inspired you to be a part of this church in particular?
Yeah, so for me, it's very interesting. I'm like third generation, basically, my father and grandfather are Baptist pastors. Oh. And so I grew up in kind of small town, country, southern Baptist type churches. Okay. And so that's kind of my background. That's not really how we, would identify ourselves now, but that's what I grew up in. So all the old hymns, kind of, rural people, and really the thing that even though we're different in a lot of ways than what I grew up, the thing that they instilled in me was just a love for people and a love for God's Word. And so the thing that first drew me to Utah was that there weren't a lot of churches just like mine. I wanted to go somewhere where I felt like I could maybe bring some diversity or something different rather than exactly what every community where I grew up already had. And so that's one of the things that really brought me to Utah was this is different, and we can help each other learn a little bit of diversity.
I love that.
Okay, so a little question. Do you have to have schooling to become a pastor to do what you do?
Well, I went to a theological school, Bible college in West Virginia, and got my undergrad degree. And then I took about 10 years to work on my Master's of Divinity. And so now it shouldn't take that long. Okay. No, it shouldn't take me that long. That's just how long it took me because that's how I am.
Wanted to do it right, studious.
Yes. No, 6 children will do that to you. It takes 10 years to even get in the car, much less.
Right. Well, you have all this knowledge from heritage and from everything. So I imagine that just added.
Yeah.
But wow.
It definitely helps. Yeah.
That's a lot, kid.
Yeah. Thank you for welcome, and thank you for coming and sharing that you're here. And I hope you are just welcomed throughout the community with open arms. And that
I
you'll
love your
find
message of Christ and the Bible, and just of loving the community and others.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Yes,
and we have felt so welcome here at Spanish Fork. We love it.
Good.
Wonderful.
It's a good town.
Yep.
Thanks so much. Coming up next, what are some of your summer plans? That's next. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We've got 3.5 months to keep everyone busy. What are some of the activities you've got in mind?
So good old Angie had this idea. Angie,
I don't even
take
know
us
why.
on.
I think it's because I've had the grandkids over at my house for the past like 3 or 4 days. Like we've kind of had back-to-back things. So we've talked a lot about activities and what they're doing to keep busy. And I was like, I mean, to go back in my wheelhouse, like, what did I used to do with my kids, right?
Yeah.
But so Mallory is like really like a planner. And so she likes to have that summer figured out, and she preps for it, where Kinsey's fly by the seat of her pants. Oh, you want to go down snow cones? Let's go, right? You know?
Right.
So it was really great. So we have some ideas that maybe we can all share, but there's so many different things. Of course, we vacation, and there's swimming lessons and those types of things. But then what do you do, like the day-to-day stuff, right? What does that look like?
You don't go to Splash Summit every day?
Well, I would. Go get a Diet Coke every day, guys. That's my summer plans. But one of the things that she was mentioning is it is from the Magic Playbook, and Camp Magic is what she signed up for. It was
Camp Magic, okay.
And it's 8 weeks of a weekly themed kind of week. So this week was nature. So I've been included in this because they've been at my house. So nature was kind of the theme, and so it gave her several different activities, printables and stuff. So we did it came with crepe paper, and they made a crepe paper like maze that they had to crawl and go through. And then we did nature rubbings. They did nature making little crafts. And then today they had a nature find, and then there's this cute little printable, and they had to find a bug that had stripes on it, how to find a feather. So they took this around. It was darling. So Mel just said it gave each day just something to bring the kids together that wasn't cost money or anything, but
a
just that they
theme.
but a theme. So she's like, then I tried to plan the week, okay, let's try and go on a walk, because that has to do with our theme,
Right.
and she loves to keep them focused. So anyway, that was one of them.
Fun.
So that was really cute, but she's found lots of different websites. She also does with her kids, which she always does, a clipboard system. She has a clipboard for each one of her kids, and she's made a chore chart, and it changes from kind of seasonal or monthly even. But she has 3 or 4 core chores that they have to do, get dressed, make your bed, brush your teeth, and then they have to do 2 additional chores. And they have a chore stick thing, so they can go pick a chore stick. And it'll say scrub the table, or help pick up the toys. And so she said that kind of keeps them present, and then they get quarters for every time they finish their chart. And then that gives them that benefit of going.
She's
to
such an
purchase
organized
She
woman.
is.
Wow, she's so organized.
Right. Yeah.
She's always just been like this.
I'm
This is
you
great.
will make your bed.
Right.
You will brush your teeth.
Right.
You will get dressed.
Right.
Or you will not go
Right.
anywhere.
Yeah, and Kinsey's I need to adapt to this, because I say that, and Noxie loves to clean, so he's helping me clean up everything. But Lula's just no! Right?
Oh my
So,
gosh.
and then Mel really sticks to it, where I probably would have given in and just been fine, we all want to go get snow cones. She didn't do her jobs. Oh well, come on.
I still remember the one summer where I typed up just a long list of things to do throughout Utah County. And not that we did all of them, but we had okay, on Friday we have time, let's look at the list, instead of just doing the same things again. We saw
Because we
some
get
new
stuck
places.
going to Spanish Fork Pool, which was great, but what if we only have an hour? Let's look at that list and see. And she has sticks that also say, what do I do? They're called board sticks. So if they're bored for a half an hour, go pick out a board stick.
Okay.
So that's kind of fun too. And it'll just say, hey, make a picture or play with Play-Doh or whatever.
Well, and to keep your kids at reading level this summer, the Spanish Fork Library has a fabulous summer reading program, and there's been so many generous donations made that once you reach your goals, you get a prize, and your name goes into a drawing, and then there's the end of summer year reading program. So the library just right here in town is free.
Love it.
And
do love
activities
that.
all the time, and you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or get on the city's website, and there's so many fabulous
and I
things.
noticed I got an email from Neaters, and they have little kid days, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. They do different things. They had cookie decorating, they have a 4th of July cookie, they have a decorate your French toast, and it's $12 a child, but then you get whatever you're making.
Wow.
I thought that was so awesome. And that's at every local Neaters, so Spanish Fork. That's
So
something
just
too.
look around and see
Yeah,
what's.
there's a lot of great ideas. And then I was looking too, do you guys ever remember going to the Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up in Provo Orem, but they have like their movies, their weekly movies that you can sign up to do, their outdoor theater, so that was kind of fun too.
I just got on the city's website, SpanishFork.org, and you can go to Parks and Rec. We are probably all very aware of all of our wonderful parks.
We have
but,
a ton.
I mean, we have several community parks from the sports park. North Park is over by Costco with the splash pad. And that's
Which
a
we've
fun
kind of
one.
forgotten about
I
that,
think we
with
have.
the all abilities.
I took my grandson there. I bet it was 2 years ago. He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it.
We need to go back.
And then, of course, the best one in the state is the new Adventure Heights Park,
yes.
the All Abilities
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah.
And Canyon View Park is where I used to take my kids.
Yep, we did.
But then the neighborhood parks, I thought, I wonder if everyone realizes there are neighborhood parks all over. So the one at the old library, the city park, and then there's Sierra Park, Abbey Court Park. Legacy Farms is up in the new subdivision.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
And
has
it's
a darn
the
free
farm
house
theme.
with
Yes.
a farm.
Love-
Yeah,
yes.
it's so cute. So Legacy Farms is a really fun one. And then there's Parkside Estates, East Park. We're working on Electric Park this summer, so hopefully this
What's
fall or in
that?
the spring. It
Where
is
is
a
it?
little, it's on the east side, like even east of Maple Mountain High School.
Okay.
So they're still making it.
Okay.
But all these electrical outlets were going over it, so you couldn't build there. So we were like, let's build a park there. So
What a great
they'll have
idea.
some pickleball courts and.
I love that. And pickleball, that's been one of our things. We also, have you guys played that Foursquare
No, but I've
volleyball
seen a lot
game?
about it.
Oh my heavens.
Have you played it?
Yeah, both my sisters like started getting into it and then they bought one. But you guys, we've had the time of our lives. Like we'll do it as adults and kids, and we even had Noxie, there's adjustable ones. But it's just like volleyball nets crisscrossed in 4, and then each person stands in one, and then you're kind of playing to get 2 people in a, you can play it singly per square or 2 people. We play it as teams.
Okay.
And then you can hit it twice, so you hit it once and then have to hit it over. And then if you get out, then that person rotates out and then the next team comes in. So we'll play it like with big groups. But it has been like really super fun to bring to
So like
family
traditional
parties.
Foursquare, but not.
But like with a volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Because there has been like spike ball through the years and stuff, but that's been a really fun one. Like we'll take it to family gatherings all the
Okay.
time. Yeah,
Super
we
fun.
took
Cornhole's
my
always a
dad
good
out.
one.
We did that
Chris
the
and I
other
went
night
camping
too.
with friends this weekend, and we were the cornhole champs.
Wow.
Very surprising to both of us.
I'm
'cause we've
horrible
never-
at it, guys.
I think
I'm
we
just
are
throwing
too.
it in the air everywhere.
Yeah,
I can't
when we won, I
aim.
was like,
When
"Woo!"
all else fails, you just go to the barn for ice cream too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's always a hit.
That's
and
a
the
good
strawberries are like $1 right now
Yes.
there.
So good.
You need to go buy.
Coming up next on Studio Chatter, we'll talk about a practical way to help overcome addictions. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Battling drug addictions is never an easy road, but there is a local support group that has created a path to run, literally. Let's welcome Marissa Robinson from Addict to Athlete to the table.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Marissa.
Thanks for coming. Marissa and I met last month at the Healthy and Active Fair that the Parks and Rec Department put on.
Yeah.
And so we talked a little bit, and I
Roped
told
me
P,
into
and
being
we're
here.
like, let's get her in. So tell us a little bit about who is Marissa?
Okay, so I was raised in Payson. My husband and I got married and lived in Orem for about 17 years, and we just recently moved to Springville.
Okay.
And so, yeah, very local.
Very local.
Very, very local.
And kids?
We have 4 kids.
Okay.
2 girls, 2 boys. The oldest is 19, youngest just turned 13.
Ooh, you're in a sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's a fun. That
It
was
is.
like,
It's some
all teenagers.
Almost, yeah.
I mean,
almost
it's
empty
hard,
nesting.
but for me,
Yeah.
that's a lot easier than like
the baby
Yeah.
younger stage.
Yeah.
under 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can
Enjoy
kind of take
physically
care of
demanding.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this program
Yeah.
and how you got associated with it.
So Addict to Athlete is kind of a brainchild of myself and my husband. We started it about 12 years ago. My husband is a mental health therapist and addiction counselor, and I'm a recreational therapist.
Oh my gosh, that's like a
perfect.
beautiful blend.
A
Yeah,
perfect
it
marriage.
really is.
Do
Literally.
your kids love it?
Yes, they
So
do.
traditional, and then bringing in
Yeah.
the athlete part.
So my husband's also in recovery. I think he just doesn't count, but I think he just celebrated like 27 years.
Oh my heavens.
Yeah, 27 years.
So did he
awesome.
start into it after the addiction?
And so
Into the counseling?
yeah, and so
Okay.
he got into that after, and he was working at the Utah County Division of Substance Abuse, helping people, and recognized that there was a gap in the community. That there's a lot of treatment and other kinds of options, but there's not a lot of support when somebody's out into the community.
Yeah, I can
And
see
for
that.
him, he recognized he got clean and sober by recreating and doing healthy. He started mountain biking, and then he started running with my dad, and then he married me, and so then there's the whole recreation side is something that I
Which I
fully
could see
believe in.
like the addiction and then become addicted to something else, right? Putting all that focus into something good,
And so,
maybe?
yeah, so our mission is that we establish and maintain recovery by, erasing negative behaviors and replacing them with positive ones.
Perfect.
So specifically healthy recreation, but we do service and we do a lot of other different things because we don't want to get too stuck on one thing either and have something else become an addiction. And not just that, obviously, running or exercise is a good thing, but anything in excess is dangerous.
Right.
And so
Totally.
we want to make sure that there's balance, and so we promote a lot of balance. And so 12 years ago, we started with just some of his clients that were willing to do a Couch to 5K program, and just got them started into running. And their first 5K was the Chase the Mayor 5K in Provo. And
cute.
that's when John Curtis was the mayor at the time, and they'd give him like a 2-minute head start, and then
No
let
way.
the
I
runners
love that idea.
go and catch him.
Mendenhall needs to do this.
That's
That's
just
so
Run him.
cute.
Yeah. So then it was like, do you hit the mayor on the butt as you pass him by?
Oh,
But
fun.
Each of my, each of those first athletes each passed John Curtis, and each one of them, he asked them, well, what's your shirt? They decided not to be anonymous. And because a lot of traditional ways of doing it is that you're silent about it and you just do your, and
Really?
they were proud of being in recovery. They
They
were
should
proud of
be.
it.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to share it. And John Curtis talked with each of them. The very first one was an ex-heroin addict, and
Oh my gosh.
he's passing the mayor, and he came back. My husband worked for the county at the time, and they said, keep this going. We love it. Like,
So
keep-
you're continuing
Yeah.
that. And do you have other races that you
And so-
have going?
Yeah, so now we do one race for the public, and anyone's welcome. We do 2 races a year. The first one is a team half marathon, and it's next Saturday. We do both of them here
Okay,
in
so when you
Spanish
say
Fork.
next,
Really?
because we don't know when this is going to be
Oh.
playing, what's the date?
June 17th.
June 17th in Spanish Fork.
In Spanish Fork at the sports park, and it's a team half marathon. So a lot of people do relays, but this is a team where you have to stay within 15 feet of
Each
your
on a
team
half marathon.
and start to finish. Because
That would be tough.
What, 12 miles? 10 miles?
13.1.
Okay.
So just like in
boy, that
recovery,
sounds-
yeah, you can't do
You
it
have to
alone.
be with a friend.
So you want to do it together. So this is for the
Wow.
public and anyone to come. We focus on helping people with addictions, but also mental health issues. And we worry about people who struggle with depression, and mental health is a big issue right now.
Yeah, it is.
So we do that every June, and then in September for National Recovery Month, we do a 5K, which is our annual proxy running 5K, where we focus on running for those who can't, who have passed on from mental health or addiction and overdose, those who are still struggling, or those who are in recovery and celebrating that recovery.
So this first one in June is for anyone.
Anyone, and the same
And
with
then the second one is
Yep,
for anyone as well?
too.
Okay.
So it's
So
open
you
to the
don't-
public
And then do you use the funds
to help
like-
with the nonprofit.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then we also have community support group meetings. We have 9 chapters throughout Utah and in other counties, and we do weekly support group meetings. But anyone's welcome to come. It's not just for those people in recovery. It's for family, friends, kids. Like we have a lot of kids that will come. Like parents get stuck in having to do treatment and jobs and classes to become better parents and better people, and then they're like, well, how are you a parent when all of your time is consumed doing all these other things? So
Right.
we invite them.
So how can people find you?
So addictathlete.com.
Okay.
We, at least here in Utah County, we have a meeting every Tuesday at 7 we have a new home base facility in Orem. It's on South State Street.
Okay.
And anyone is welcome to come. We usually have just like a 20 to 30 minute topic about positive psychology, sports metaphors. We don't usually talk about addiction or substance use. It's more challenges and what can we do to be better? How can we work through
Ooh, I
the
love
difficult
that.
things that everyone has in life? So it's very generalized to anyone that is interested or wanting to attend.
And then do you do one-on-one counseling or anything
And
like
then my
that?
husband is a therapist and counselor, so he has a private practice too. But we also have peer recovery and support coaches that can help do one-on-one peer support. And then we usually do, the meeting and then a workout. We do lots of service projects. Every Christmas we have what's called Project ELF.
Okay.
And we help people usually in recovery that are just struggling to make ends meet and help do Christmas for them. We usually do, I think last year we did like 50 kids.
No way.
That may be something fun.
Yeah, so
That's
anyone,
participate in.
we're always open to
Okay.
like donations for new unwrapped gifts at Christmas time, and there's a lot of other ways that people can get involved and help.
Okay, and then quickly, you have a podcast. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about that.
So we started this years ago, but then with COVID, it just made it better. There's a lot of people that can't get out and get it to things. So we
I
do.
think podcasting like hit a high during COVID,
Yeah,
right?
a lot.
We learned
Yeah.
it.
My husband, I think he's been doing it like 7 years now, so he's
Oh,
not
wow.
new to it. But we interview people in recovery, professionals, therapists, other, addiction doctors, anything mental health stuff that we can talk and help. And then he and I do a weekly, like a Q&A podcast every week that you can submit questions if you want to.
What's the name of
I
the
love that.
podcast?
Addict to Athlete.
Oh, okay, so the same
Yep,
thing.
all the same.
You talked a lot about races in particular. What about other types of sports?
Yeah, so anything our participants are interested in, we try to get donations and funding to help be
Okay.
part of that. So there's softball, we've had years we've done bowling and pickleball, and
okay.
we do a lot of running races because we didn't have funding for the first 11 years. Last year was the first year we got a grant to be able to start giving back
that's
and
important.
to support the organization
Yeah.
a little bit more. And so that was cheap and easy. Everyone
Totally.
can get a pair of shoes, and that's,
Right.
and it's a lot like addiction. It sucks and it's hard, and you can only do it by yourself. No one else can do it for you.
This is
so
Yep.
that's kind of where we start. But anything that anyone's interested in, we try to get them involved. We've had basketball teams, and we usually participate with like City League to just get them involved in doing other recreation.
It's such an important work that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love this. And I can't believe that you're local here and that this
Yeah.
is the first time I'm hearing about it. So thank
I'm happy
you.
to share it.
Thank you so much.
Anything you want to say before we let you go?
No.
You covered everything.
I
Like
think-
when we heard that you did podcasts, we're like, oh, she's got
She didn't
this.
seem nervous, and then we're like, now we know why. Okay, you're a professional.
Thanks,
No,
Marissa.
I'm not a professional, but thank
Thanks
you.
for taking
Thank you.
the time out of your life
Yeah.
to do this and
Thank
help
you.
others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Athlete to or
Addict.
addict to athlete.
athlete.
Yes, thank you so much. There's more studio chatter coming up. Welcome back. What did we learn today?
Fun crew.
Yeah, we had a
crew.
great.
Yes, we
was,
learned
like,
a lot.
diverse,
Yes,
right?
super.
The pastor. Like I have never been to any other religious organization to just go check them out. I think it would be fun.
Well, you
I do
should.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
And
think,
he's super
I think
close
it's
and
good for
local.
anyone. I think you need to be exposed to other religions and diversity.
And just support him.
Right, and I
Yeah.
loved his message about just community and loving each other, and that's where you get closer
Yep.
to Christ. I love that.
Yeah.
It was good.
That was fun. Marissa was cute too. from
Darling,
Addicts to
she was just right on it, guys. No wonder she has a podcast and everything else. She just really knew her
Great
stuff.
message
Yeah.
there too,
Yeah.
right?
really cool.
Right,
And it's
to
cool
take that addiction and turn it into
Yeah.
something.
Something positive.
and that her major in recreational therapy and his major and his past, and like to come together and create something like this. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
Youth
know
City
very much.
Council. Amazing.
She was darling.
Yes. Yeah.
They do a lot, guys.
and that's positive also.
Good group.
Yes.
And
all
then
super-
our segment on summer fun.
The best.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
just can't believe we're talking summer, guys.
Yeah.
And then next time we meet, like, we'll be a month through summer.
Chris found me out in the hammock today, and he's like, I thought I'd find you out here. And I'm like, I need to be outside because it's going to start snowing soon. Like, I
And then
feel like
it held. It did.
it did.
Yes, it did.
Where was I?
My kids were out playing on the splash pad, and then all of a sudden they're like, gee, it's raining. Today.
My gosh,
yes.
I tell
Yeah.
you just feel like it's going to slip away. So you're just like, oh, I need to be out in the stars, and I need to see the moon, and I need to.
It's been a coldy kind of.
Yes.
Entrance
a little
into
bit.
summer.
Yes.
Oh, but it's been like a good. I don't think it's been cold. I
loved
think
it.
it's been mild.
I love it.
I love it too.
I hate to say that,
Wow.
but I love it.
Just before Memorial Day, and I missed the last time you filmed.
Yes, you were
Somebody
not here,
had
huh?
a birthday, and I love birthdays. Yes, birthdays are my favorite. And you had a birthday,
Thank you.
We wanted
So
to
you guys
get
want me to open it on camera?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys, this is darling. Ooh, I do love gifts. I mean,
good.
don't we all?
doesn't?
I do, but I hate opening them. You know
for
this.
you. I'm like,
I know, it's always fun. I love gifting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Last year, I remember you gave me camping socks and a dish towel for my trailer. And I used them both this weekend when we were out.
Yay, so you think about us every time you're camping.
Oh, I better not just chuck that. I was going to throw it. I'm like, oh, it's
No,
in there.
you're going to.
Don't throw it.
Oh, look at those cute earrings and the Boot Barn. These guys know I'm really loving the Boot Barn.
Yeah, we were excited. We
Tis
love
the
you.
season, right?
It's so fun in there, guys.
Thank you. And
I was
look at
trying to
these
find you
earrings.
something yellow, but those are yellowish.
I don't have any earrings like this.
Aren't
This
those-
brown color.
Those are kind of
Yeah.
fun. Fun and pretty,
Ooh.
and they'll be
They're
darling
so
with your hair
cute.
color,
They
right?
really are. Oh, you guys.
We love you.
Happy,
Thank
happy.
you. Thank
You
you.
can find something for the 24th, your favorite holiday.
Well, and the cool thing is, someone else gave me a gift card for that same amount.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So you can combine
You
them.
can really
combined.
almost buy some.
I can buy whatever I want. Well, yeah.
Be
Almost.
selfish. We were talking
Get a
about
hat.
that too. Go buy something all for you.
The funny thing is, Chris wanted to give me real cowboy boots for my birthday.
Okay, which means like
I don't know, but I'm like, honey, I only like cute cowboy boots. And remember
Like
for
rough and
Valentine's,
tough?
Like,
remember for
opposed to what?
Valentine's, I went down to Big Brat
Those are
because
real.
they brought those cute boots
Yes.
in. I'm like, I just want cute boots. I don't want like.
he wants real.
I'm not going out to feed the
brown.
cows. I'm just faking being a cowgirl. So I just want the cute boots. He's like, oh. So
Well,
I
they
told
can
him,
always be stylish.
I can't even
Like,
remember what I got.
Right. Okay, well, go buy some real cowgirl boots. Then.
I don't know.
Right? So you
More-
can get dirty and like.
Well,
wear
take
it,
him
like,
with you and
camping.
say, "What is your idea?"
Yeah, maybe
of,
something like that. That you can like camping and out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
no,
clothes.
you do it.
Clothes
You
and
do
jewelry.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We
That
love you.
was thoughtful. That
Whatever,
was good.
Chris.
Well, and I think we have Boot Barn coming on our next
We do.
segment, which I will be out of town for. So take care of
Go
her.
check them out.
Okay, thanks,
Go
guys.
support. Yeah.
And they have things beyond boots.
Oh, I know. I've been in there
So,
several times.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
Stacey brought
Have you been there yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So happy.
Oh, this is going to be
Happy
good.
everything.
I know.
Happy summer.
Let's
Yeah.
really enjoy it, guys.
Popsicles
it.
and rainbows and
I've gone
Snow
through
cones and
4 boxes of
splash pads.
creamies already, guys.
Oh,
It's
my
been
word.
a weekend, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, good
I'm
luck.
loving it. Yep.
Hang in there.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thanks for being here with us. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you learned something new, please tell a friend about us.